Peggy 18.
Actually, this game has not been rated by Peggy, but it does contain graphic violence and probably shouldn't be played by anybody. A Merry Quizmas to all my beautiful quiz friends. If you're feeling chilly, don't worry. I'll soon warm you up. With a laser. Lasers are warm. Once at least 12 of you have joined the lobby, we will begin the process. One of you will get to keep feeling the cold. What a shame.
What a shame.
However, 11 of you will be left out in the cold. But also, will be dead. Please stand by whilst I ruminate on who will join the process. Emilis Giltedex has joined the process. Ben has joined the process. Firedreef has joined the process. Nando has joined the process. Jack has joined the process. Ralph has joined the process. Effrontery has joined the process. Fluffy Bunesque has joined the process. Fetz has joined the process. Keller has joined the process. Marcini has joined the process. Shortbread has joined the process. You will face 11 multiple choice questions. Answer on your devices. One player who answers incorrectly will be eliminated at random. In the event all players are correct, everybody is up for elimination. I have decided that it is far more fun for me if you don't know your fate until after it has happened. Therefore, I will not tell you the answer, nor whether you were correct until after elimination has taken place. Isn't this fun? For every correct answer, you will receive 50 pennies. The player who survives the process will receive an additional 500 pennies. Good luck. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Green Giant. All 12 players were correct. On the plus side, it was quick, effrontery. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was, honoring your father and mother. 5 out of 11 players were incorrect. This process can really take it out of you. Fluffy Bunesque knows that for sure. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was March. 5 out of 10 players were incorrect. Let us have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade Jack. Thank you for the respectful moment of silence. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was 318 degrees. 4 out of 9 players were incorrect. Fets had to leave us. They will be missed. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Bolivia. 4 out of 8 players were incorrect. I fear that will leave a permanent mark, Cryptex. What a shame.
What a shame.
Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was 4 periods of 8 minutes. 6 out of 7 players were incorrect. Thank you, Keller, for volunteering to test the targeting system. You will be pleased to know that it still works. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was O. Henry. 4 out of 6 players were incorrect. So that's what Nando would look like if they were turned inside out. Good to know. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was blankety blank. 1 out of 5 players were incorrect. It turns out safety mode was disengaged. Apologies for the confusion, Marcini. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Audrey Hepburn. 2 out of 4 players were incorrect. Ralph just lost £150 in 1 second. Congratulations! Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Atari Jaguar. 2 out of 3 players were incorrect. You appear to have gotten some brains on the carpet fired reef. We will be billing your estate in the fullness of time. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was 1878. All 2 players were incorrect. The experimental reduction to atoms program was a complete success. Please enjoy the experience, Shortbread. Congratulations to Ben, you have survived the process and been awarded 500 pennies. Many thanks to Oni91_5734 for providing this evening's trivia. Until next time, stay warm out there, and thanks for playing Crossfire. Goodbye.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to game night on Saturday the 6th of December. It is time for the second game of Quizmas. I hope you're all doing well and keeping warm. Very many congratulations to Ben on surviving Crossfire there. Go away, dog. Go away, dog. Go away. He's not going to go away. Come on then. Come and say hi to everyone. Yeah, there he is. Yes, congratulations to Ben, and very many thanks to Oni for that question pack, and as well to Stimson for proofing it. Hope you all are doing well. Apologies, I was running a few minutes late. Things kind of got away from me this afternoon. And yes, Doggo will not be denied. No. Oh, hello, lovely kisses. So I hope you're doing well. Everyone got your Christmas trees up? I've got my digital one up. We bought our real one today. I think we're going to be erecting it post-stream. As Andy's out playing in a concert this evening. We'll be back till after I'm done. But I think we're going to try and get it up before we go because we're very busy tomorrow. I've got my first carol service of the year at Chichester Cathedral tomorrow evening, where I will be conducting, which will be big fun. Right, pop down then, Pop. Oh, no, or don't. You know, that's fine too as well. You know, make your own choices in life. Anyway, we have got two feature games for you this evening. The second game of Quizmas is going to be first up. And this comes from our most recent winner. Indeed, Ben, who just won Crossfire, has penned the second game of Quizmas. So look forward to seeing what they've got in store for us. Very many thanks to... Oh, no, I proofed it. Very many thanks to me for proofing it as well, but sounds really disingenuous to say that, doesn't it? Just before we open up the door for the second game of Quizmas, let me say hello to you all. Good evening, JR and Stilgar, SJ and Ardenfets, Lewis and Clive, Effrontery, Matt the Ref, Fluffy Bunny, Arun and Nando, Lupine and Oni, Samster and Flyboy, Conradalac, TVP, BC, AB Me, Natter, Optimat, Not a Cat, Jogging, Kegler Coach, Kitty, welcome to the stream for the first time, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a quiz-tacular evening. Right. Bye-bye, dog. Goodbye, dog. Go play with your new Christmas pudding ball. He's got a new Christmas pudding ball. He loves it a lot. It's got the loudest squeak in the world. So you might hear it going off at some point if he decides he likes it and finds it and wants to bring it up. Coming up a little bit later on, we have got Cryptex, as written by Jogging. Lovely pack that... again, I proved this afternoon. Really good stuff happening in it, and it's unusual to put Cryptex second. Normally we'd put it first, but Quizmas is, of course, going to take priority. So without any further ado, because I am already running slightly late, shall we open up the door of the 6th on our Quizmas calendar and find out what the second game of Quizmas is going to be tonight? Let's take a look. Oh, I see some hexagons. Yes, it's Risky Business, as written by BC 2014. And those are there are the hexagons right there. And I hope you're all ready to play. Bit of a lighter affair. The pyramid was a little bit serious. So Risky Business is to lighten things up a little bit. I'm not going to say anything about the questions. There's some very, really interestingly themed questions from BC in one or two places tonight. It's a... How did I describe it in my notes? I think I described it as... What did I say? Self-referential or meta? Without being sort of community meta. Self-aware, that's the expression I use. It's a self-aware question pack is how I referred to it in my notes. But yeah, you've got a lot to look forward to. It should be a lot of fun, and I do hope that you'll yes, stick around for it. So, Risky Business, it's the second game of Quizmas, and as a quick reminder just before we get going, that there is a prize attached to all of the games this Quizmas. It's your choice of a £15 voucher for either Amazon or QWERTY, or a £14 voucher for Steam because of how Steam does stuff, or you can have a Twitch sub and a month of Discord Nitro, a Twitch sub to a channel of your choice plus a month of Discord Nitro, or you can choose a charity to donate it to. Those are the prizes that are on offer. It's entirely up to, or you can have a PayPal, a £15 PayPal. So it's just sort of something from a bit of a lucky dip, but you get to choose whichever one you want. I'm happy to provide it with you. Toot won the first game of Quizmas, which was of course the Pyramid on Thursday. So once you've won a prize, you are ineligible to win, though of course you can still win the game. Hopefully that all makes sense. Good. I am going to fire up Risky Business because it hasn't loaded yet. And I will see you on the other side of the titles for the second game of Quizmas as written by BC. It's Risky Business. I will see you there in just a minute. Welcome to the second game of Quizmas, which is Risky Business. DFSP is the code you need. There's the universal controller. There is the room code, and let's get that pinned. Although, if I can stop the chat from going up. Never mind. I'll do it again in a minute when not everyone is joining. Or I could do it over there, where it's much easier to view. Oh no, because I can't pin in that one. Lewis has beat me to it. Thank you, Lewis. We'll just get that pinned up there, just in case anyone's joining late. And here's a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Greetings from London's Brixton Academy in Brixton, at which the popular music band Everything are marking the 10th birthday of the Get to Heaven album by playing all of it. If you don't know this album by name, you've definitely seen its cover, which Flesh will look up for you all now.
While the lobby fills. Thank you very much for the 60-month subscription stage. Bloody hell, 5 years. Where does the time go? Everything get to heaven. Everything get to... Yeah, we definitely have seen that album cover before, so we have. One of our community friends has that as their avatar. I'll let you look it up in your own time. But yes. They're in the game tonight. The cover of the album. So Shapes, have a great time at the Brixton Academy. Thank you for the 5 years of subscription there. Very grateful to you. I don't want to leave this lobby open too long. We're going to get into the quiz very, very soon. Is anyone playing? I can't ask that question. I need to type this question. Anybody playing muted? Muted. Because if anyone is playing muted, here's a message from our sponsor, Not a Cat.
Merry Quizmas to everyone out there in Quizland tonight. Hope for a very risky business for you all.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Not a Cat. And yes, hope for a very risky business for everyone else. So you don't need to tell me if you're not muted, only if you are muted and you saw that message. Basically, there's one question in round 2 where you need to unmute if your player muted. So, Clive, there's one moment where you will need to sit up and listen, but I'll give you fair warning about that, okay? And here's a message from our sponsor, JR. Shapes, Zeus, welcome to the stream.
I'm trundling along in the raid caboose.
Trundling along in the raid caboose. That's good to know. Thank you for the 100 bits, JR. Clap your hands, I'll wave. Do a furious wave. Right, I think that's long enough. The code will be there throughout, so if you want to come and join midway through, you can do. But it's time for the second game of Quizmas. It's Risky Business, as written by BC. Let's have some fun and get on with the game. Quick recap of how to play. Here's our first round. It's favourable odds. You need to select one of the answers from the 5 presented. The further into the set we go, the fewer points they are worth. You do not have to play at any point. You can abstain to preserve your points, but if you give me a wrong answer, you lose everything that's accumulated. For the 4th question of each round, you'll only be shown the options. You've got to choose whether to risk or bank before the question comes out. And here's a message from our sponsor, Oni.
The hypochondria is the caboose of the cell.
I've no idea what you guys are talking about, but I'm grateful for the bits. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Oni. I think you all know how to play by now. If you get stuck along the way, just shout. But those are the instructions. Hopefully you've read them if you're not sure what you're doing in that time that they've been there. So, on we go. Question number 1, 5 options. 4 of them are correct. 2 points if you can find one. Here we go. Options: Narendra Modi, Rajiv Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi. Name a Prime Minister of India. 4 wrong answers there, going for Mahatma Gandhi. No, Gandhi was never Prime Minister, being killed in 1948, the year after Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India. All the other 3 have been. In fact, Narendra Modi is the current Prime Minister of India. Mahatma Gandhi never was. Well done if you got that one right. On we go. Question number 2. 5 options, 3 correct. 3 points if you can find one. Don't have to play. Options are Connor, Amy, Dave, Ethan, Bram. Name a UK Met Office storm name for the 25-26 season. Amy, Dave or Bram were your options there. A few abstentions, but mainly right answers. Chandra and Eddie were the C and the E names, though Connor was used in 2017. We had Storm Amy, Storm Dave and Storm Bram, though, as well. Well done if you got some points there. On we go. Question number 3. 5 options, only 2 correct here. 5 points if you can find one, and your options are Florence, Frank, Fred, Fiona, Felicity. Name a name represented by an F in Tesco's clothing brand F&F. Playing is not mandatory. Unless you got no points, in which case you might as well have a go. Just a smattering attempting that one. Well done. Most who attempted getting it right. Yeah, Florence and Fred. It launched in 2001. Very well done if you got that one right. 4 players on the max of 10. Just the 2 players with nothing to risk here, so won't be able to play this question. But let's take a look at the options anyway. You need to decide whether to bank or risk based on these options. Only one will be correct, and it's worth double points if you can find it. Options are EF, CD, DE, BC, AB. Bank or risk? Quite a few having a go there. In fact, everyone on the left-hand side, which I suppose that means there's 20 players risking this question. And the question is not... I was thinking the same thing, VC. The question is not who wrote this question. But the answer may still end up being BC anyway. But that's not where the question is going. I will tell you that for nothing. 15 seconds, then, for those of you who are risking. Here's your question. Name the symbol used to represent the SI unit of luminous intensity. That would be CD. It's the candela, one of the 7 SI base units. 4 wrong answers. Conrad Kohler, Risky Ref and Stilgar, and everyone else getting it right. Very well done. You've doubled up your points, including Zeus and Arun, doubling up to the maximum of 20. Let's pop them in the bank and keep them safe. Reset them down as we go into another set of 4. That was fun. I think we should do it all over again. Here's another set of 4 questions. Starting with this one, 5 options, 4 correct. 2 points to find for finding an answer. Here we go. Executive. Revenge. Extortion, political, special. Name a word in the James Bond organisation Spectre. Political is the wrong answer. It stands for the Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion. So executive, revenge, extortion, and special all appearing. Political, sadly, does not. On we go. And here's a message from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
The writing's on the wall for the wrong people.
Very good. Thank you for the 16-month Sooty Cat. And, of course, yes, Writing on the Wall by Sam Smith was the song that was used for that particular Bond film back in 2015. Right, on we go. Another question. 5 options. 3 of them are correct. 3 points if you can find one. Here they are. Topaz. Patna. Bastardo del Grappa, Chana, Carnaroli. Name a rice variety. Couple of wipeouts, couple of abstentions, and an awful lot of green. Topaz, Patna, and Carnaroli were the correct answers. Chana and Bastardo del Grappa, believe it or not, are both types of cheese, not rice. Well done if you got some points there. On we go. 5 options coming up here. Only 2 are correct, but 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play, but if you've got no risk, you might as well. Let's take a look at those options. Blackpink, Coco Melon, Nursery Rhymes, Dude Perfect, Justin Bieber, WWE. Name a YouTube channel with over 100 million subscribers. Coco Melon, Nursery Rhymes, and WWE were your correct answers. 198 and 111 million subscribers, respectively. Blackpink just misses out. Commiserations if you went for that. They've got 99.4 as of this afternoon, not quite cracking the 100 million. Justin Bieber's got 76. Dude Perfect, 61 million. So well done if you got either of those. Quite a lot of people on 10 points here, so decision to make if you want to risk on this next question. Fetz, Fluffy, Kegler, Conrad, Effrontery Jack, and Risky Ref. No risk points, so you won't be able to play this question. But if you do want to have a little flutter and try and double your points, there's only one correct answer up here, but I'm not going to show you the question until after you've made your decision. Let's take a look at those options. You, them, his, me, her. Back or risk. Starkid Pet, welcome to the stream. Oh, questions, Pet. Cannot answer. Sometimes they fall that way. Just a smattering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, slightly more than a smattering. Including Clive and Sam, who have got the maximum risk. They're looking for doubling up from 10 to 20. Those are your options. You, them, his, me, her. Here is your question. 15 seconds. Good luck. Name a Netflix show about a serial killer starring Penn Badgley. Not many getting that, just the 4. Rapodo, Nat, and Nando JR, and Sam doubling up. Everyone else wiping out on that one. It's You, running for 5 series. Joe is a bookstore manager who also happens to be an obsessive serial killer. Number of players going for Her, possibly mixing it up with the 2015 Joaquin Phoenix Scarlett Johansson film about, which was incredibly prescient, it turns out. It's about a man who falls in love with an AI. So, yeah. That was a thing. That was a film, but not the Netflix show about a serial killer starring Penn Badgley. Well done. If you did double up there, let's pop the points into the bank. And let's go on to our final set of 4, starting with this question. 5 options. 5 options. 4 of them are correct. 2 points if you find one. Let's take a look. CT. BT. ME. ID, LA. Name a US state that has at least 3 different vowels in its name. Everyone who attempted getting that one right, maybe Jack's possibly AFK. Yes, CT is Connecticut, which has got O, E, and I. ME is Maine, believe it or not, which has got AIE. ID is Idaho, which has got AIO. Got AIO, yes, that's right. And LA is Louisiana, which has O, I, and A. VT is Vermont, which only has E and O. Very well done to everyone who got that one right. Here's another one. 5 options. 3 of them are correct. 3 points if you can find one. Here they are. Nicholas Parsons, Henry Cooper, Joe Pasquale, Paul O'Grady, David Attenborough. Name a king rat of the Grand Order of Water Rats. So, quite a few getting this, more than I thought, because this is something I must confess I'd never heard of. That the Grand Order of Water Rats is a British all-male entertainment fraternity and charitable organisation, with the King Rat heading the charity usually for a year at a time. The sister organisation for women is the Grand Order of Lady Ratlings, and the former kings of the Grand Order of Water Rats, or the King Rats, were Nicholas Parsons, Henry Cooper, Joe Pasquale, Paul O'Grady and David Attenborough have not been King Rat of the Grand Order of Water Rats. There you go. Well done if you got that one right. Quite a few players on the maximum of 5. One more question before the risk one comes up. 5 options. 2 of them are correct and 5 points if you can find one. Here they are. Seamus Heaney, Donna Tartt, and remember you don't have to play, Danielle Steele, Toni Morrison, Ernest Hemingway. Name a person who has won the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction and the Nobel Prize for Literature. Surprisingly, quite a few abstentions in there. Don't blame you. That's a tough question. Toni Morrison and Ernest Hemingway were the answers. The Pulitzer recognises distinguished fiction by an American author. Seamus Heaney does not have one, does not have a Pulitzer. Donna Tartt has a Pulitzer, but not the Nobel Prize. And shockingly, Danielle Steele doesn't have a Nobel Prize either. Hemingway won both for his work on The Old Man and the Sea, or at least it was referenced in his Nobel Prize win, whilst Morrison won her Pulitzer for her book Beloved. Very well done. If you got that, let's put the points into... No, let's not put the points into the bank. Let's reset that question. I don't know what the expression is there. Sam, Zeus, Arun, Pyro, Conrad, and Jack, you have got nothing to risk with, so you won't be able to play this question. But for everybody else, decision time. You're going to see 5 options. You've got to choose to risk before you see the question. Grams, Jogging, Opsy, Fluffy, Marcini, and Effrontery on 10. You do not have to risk. 10 points is what you're risking, but you could double up to 20 if you can find the one correct answer. Here are your options for the 4th question of the set. Dogfish 44, Samster Samster, Clive of Legend, Cola Cola, Score Count. Bank or risk? This is not... Well, I'll let you guys make up your mind. Smattering having a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone else putting their points in the bank. Can't say I blame you. This is not inherently a community question. It's not a meta question, but it's got a nod to the community. But the question itself stands apart and is not necessarily community based, because that would be unfair to new members of the community. Indeed, it would. So let's see what you make of this. Here is the question. According to a UK LGBTQ+ support service, who would be the best person to ask for help during a night out? A clever question, and AB, me, Clive and Ralph have got the answer Clive of Legend. To say my log here, it says the name and the answer that you gave. So it says Clive of Legend, Clive of Legend. So that's quite fun. I am glad Clive got it right as well, doubling up from 5 to 10. Yeah, it's Clive of Legend. What's the answer? Ask for Clive is the name of the campaign. It was started in 2019, inspired by the Ask for Angela scheme in 2016, which gets people help if they feel vulnerable on a night out. You just go up to the person behind the bar and you say, Can I speak to Clive, please? Or can I speak to Angela, please? And they'll get you help, because it means you're in an uncomfortable or potentially unsafe position. So it's a very, very good campaign. It's sad that it's needed in this day and age, but it's out there to do good. But yes, you can go and ask for Clive. Puzzle Down, welcome to the game. Let's put those points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. Well, we've got Grams, Jogging, Opsy, Sam and Zeus off to a flying start with 30 points. Nando currently in second with 27. And Oni, a.k.a. Boop, is in third with 25. Still plenty plenty of points up for grabs. We've got 2 more rounds to go in this pack of risky business. Let's move right along to round number 2. And Jack Wilfred, welcome to the stream. You've been here a while, but code is the best test to ask for in any emergency. That's very true. Ask for Clivy. Indeed so. Right, round 2 is the board game. Select as many of the 9 options as you like within 60 seconds. At least 4 and up to 7 of the answers will be correct. For each correct answer identified, you earn 5 risk points. However, if you give me even 1 incorrect answer, you score nothing for the board. There are 3 boards in this round, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Now, this is the question where you need to unmute. So, Clive, pay attention for a minute. I'll give you 30 seconds before this. I've got an explicit note saying must read the host notes before showing the question. Listen carefully, because I am only going to read this once. This comes from BC. I asked ChatGPT to write about the theme of quiz, and it said the following. A quiz is more than just a series of questions. It's a strange mix of adrenaline, forgotten facts, and the occasional wildly confident guess that somehow turns out right. Imagine a small room lit by buzzing fluorescent lights, the scent of freshly printed paper hanging in the air, as 20 people sit in mismatched chairs, gripping their pens like swords. The quizmaster, an eccentric man in a bow tie patterned with punctuation marks, reads out the first question. Which bird is known to sleep while flying? A hushed murmur ripples through the room. At table 7, a woman named Clara furrows her brow and whispers to her teammate that it might be the frigate bird. An answer she remembers only because she once saw a nature documentary while eating spaghetti at 3 a.m. There's a bowl of stale pretzels at each table, a broken whiteboard behind the quizmaster, and an old boombox on a stool that occasionally plays classic rock jingles during breaks. Midway through the round titled Obscure Olympic Sports, someone spills their soda, creating a minor chaos that delays the next question. By the end, no one remembers how many questions they actually got right, but everyone agrees it was one of the most intense Tuesday nights they've had all month. Necklace, 3, stale, questions, knocks, pop, spaghetti, answer, minor. Identify the words that ChatGPT wrote. It's a memory round. How many words can you remember? I can't help you then, Sam. This ends the curse content. Okie dokie, last 15 seconds or so. I'm deliberately staying a bit quieter during this to let you think back. How many M dashes were there? 2. There were 2 M dashes in that, Oni. And you've all done pretty well, all considering. Yeah, that was actually ChatGPT. I read it in my narrator's voice, so I hope you liked it. Thank you to Pisa. I thought it was a really creative way of actually using ChatGPT in quiz. Say AI is, I know, splits the room, mixed opinions on it, but yeah. So you wrong answers: necklace, knocks, and pop were not correct answers. Was there someone knocking something over? I thought. Someone spills their soda. If anyone went for knocks, there was spills their soda, but not knocks it over. Yeah, spills soda. Just to briefly go through them, the ones that I can point out. Minor, a minor chaos. A minor chaos breaks out. Eating spaghetti at 3 a.m. Questions was right. The quiz is more than just a series of questions. Stale pretzels. Where was the 3? Table 7. Oh, 3 a.m. And answer must have been in there somewhere. No. I can't see it now, but it was in there. It was in there somewhere. So that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Give Ben a bow tie for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed that as well. Something a bit different. Well done if you got some points. And who got the most? Oh, the board's reordered. Someone must have joined the game. I think it was Grams and Sam, and Opsy and Zeus. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the wrong comedy, bloody idiot. It's Natter who got the most. 25, finding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finding 5 out of the 6 correct answers. Very well done, Natter. Let's put the points in the bank and move on. Oh, Puzzle Dan, Amy, Lingomaniac, Solary, welcome all of you to the stream. Normal quiz resumes now for at least one question. Here's your next board. Options are USA, Czechia, China, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Indonesia, Hungary, UK. Identify the countries hosting rounds of the 2025 World Superbike Championship. For everyone who wants motorsport beyond F1, yeah, quite. I know this is one of Ash's bugbears, about there being other motorsports beyond F1. But with the hell, Right, 4 more answers to come. White Boy Kegler Reporter Jack. Answers, if you please. Oh, that's a lot of red. There were not many right answers up there, but well done to the 4 who did manage to bank some points. Turns out other motorsports beyond F1 are not particularly well answered. There were only 5 up there. Fluffy actually going for 6 of them, so it was going to wipe out automatically. Kegler picks up 25 there, finding all 5. Very well done. Are you a motorsports, Superbikes fan, Kegler? Flyboy getting 3 of them, Nando getting 2, Sam going for the safe 1, and putting some points in the bank. Yeah, the UK round is at Donington Park, Hungary at Balaton Park Circuit, Czechia at the Autodrom Most, Spain has 2 at Jerez and Aragon, with Portugal also having 2 at the Algarve International Circuit and Estoril. Indonesia last hosted in 2023, Germany in 2017, USA in 2019, and it's never been hosted in China. Very well done if you got some points out of that. And Naked Grams, welcome to the stream. Let's put the points into the bank, limited as they are. Nando has the lead. Grams and Kegler currently in second. And jogging Opsy and Natter and Zeus tied up in third with 45. One more board for you, and we're going fun again. Take a look at this. Horse, pig, spider, cat, bee, cow, sheep, ant, dog. Identify the animals that were swallowed in the nursery rhyme There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. Okay, last few seconds. Boy going for the safe 1. Let's see who was right. All 4 players who went for 5 getting it right, and there were indeed only 5 up there. Horse, cat, spider, cow, and dog. She does not swallow a pig, a bee, an ant, or a sheep. And again, if you'll indulge me just for a minute, there was an old lady who swallowed a cow. I don't know how she swallowed a cow. She swallowed the cow to catch the goat. She swallowed the goat to catch the dog. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider that wriggled and jiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. And then there was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. There we go. That was very exciting. I enjoyed that. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to read. You use my narration voice with such success tonight, BC. This is. I knew it was a song. I knew it was a song at school. I haven't heard it for years. I don't know if I'd have remembered all of those, but well done to those of you who did. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. When you've validated your account. That's good to know, isn't it? Good to know. Thank you for confirming that, Arun. Right, Kegler, Natter, and Zeus are tied in a three-way at the top with 70. Nando's in second with 62. Boop, Clive, Fluffy Bunny, JR, and Sam all tied in third with 55. There is a lot hanging on this. I don't think I've ever seen quite a close head-to-head at the top coming into round 3, and likewise down in third place. Here's a message from our sponsor, Not a Cat.
Don't swallow a cat. We don't like being in the esophagus.
Indeed you don't. Thank you for the 100 bits. I thought you were not a cat. I'm confused. I have confusion over your name now. Not a cat, who might actually be a cat. Find the button, Ben. Right. So, 120 points up for grabs in the final round. So it is still anyone's game. If Jack came back from 0 to win this, that would be something special, wouldn't it? Now, I've got another special note when we get to question 6 here, which I'll tell you more about later on. We'll check in with the scores at the end of question 5. But for now, let's just look at the rules, shall we? Good idea. We'll get you out of the esophagus eventually. That's true, Starkid Pep. Round 3 is called This or That. Select the correct answer from the 2 options within 7 seconds. And they go quick, so think fast and press just as fast. Get it right, you get increasingly more risk points. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. Up to 15 if you can get 15 questions right consecutively. Get it wrong at any time, you go back to 0. You start building up again from 1. If you abstain from a question, then it banks whatever risk you've got, but it will reset your streak and you start building up again from 1. Weakest link sort of rules is what it's at. 15 questions in this round, and yeah, 120 points if you can do a straight run all the way up to 15. BC, the writer of this pack, has done it once or twice, as has 8Minky, as have 1 or 2 other people in the community in the past, I think, but it is not something that by any means happens every single stream. So, let's see how you get on with this. Very best of luck. Question number 1. This or that, options are Shrek 2, Shrek the Third. Direct sequel to Shrek, released in 2004. And just Sam getting that one wrong. Yes, I hope everyone knows that sequels usually have the number 2 in them. It was Shrek 2, Shrek the Third came a little bit later. Very well done. Let's put no points to go in the bank. Let's go on to question number 2. This or that, options are Jet 2, EasyJet. Uses Hold My Hand by Jess Glynn in adverts. A note here from BC. I hope Ben is now aware of what this is. Yes, when I proved the pack, I did go and have a listen to it. I was like, oh yeah, I do know that. Sadly, I didn't write down the transcript of the advert, and BC's not provided for me, but go check it out. There's the Jet 2 Jess Glynn advert. Most players getting that one right. A couple of banks there. Jack Kamikaze and Woollybat putting 1 in the bank. Let's put it in there now. On we go. Question number 3. This or that. Options are Undertale, Deltarune. Video game featuring Toriel, Sans, and Ralsei. That's a heavy amount of boying. Chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune, released in 2025, with more chapters to come. Ralsei does not appear in Undertale, though apparently Sans and Toriel do, having not played either of them. I couldn't be sure, but yes, all 3 of those appear in Deltarune. A couple of people falling into a little heffalump trap there, perhaps. Bad luck, we've still got 5 people on the maximum of 6. Nothing to go in the bank. Let's go on to question number 4. This or that. Options are not the Gambia River. The Gambia River. Longest river in the Gambia. It is the Gambia River. It's about 700 miles long, and it is the longest river in the Gambia. Lupine and Silver Electron putting 6 in the bank. Kamikaze putting 1 in there. Natter wiping out his 6. That's unfortunate. Cola and Clive still with a maximum of 10 into the bank. The points go. And question number 5. This or that. Options are Entrance, exit. Meaning of the Spanish word salida. That means to exit. Entrance is entrada. Cola banking at 10 there, calling it quits and putting a nice healthy amount of points into the bank. Clive still with the maximum, 15 points of risk after getting 5 right in a row. Let's pop the points into the bank. Third of the way through, let's take a look at the bank score. In fact, let's look at the risk score first of all. So we've just seen Clive is leading the risk with 15. Ordering by bank, we see that Zeus, Kegler and Natter are leading with 70. But if we look at the potential, any difference? Just Clive to keep an eye on, moving up a little bit higher. Yeah, we're going to watch out for Clive as we go through the next one. Now, the next 5 questions, I know I've been trying to keep things a bit snappier recently. These next 5 questions will be as snappy as I can make them. So be on your guard. Here we go. Number 6, this or that. Options are 91, 97. Prime number. It's 97. 91 is divisible by 7. On we go. 32. 34. Last correct answer, minus 63. It's 34, because the last correct answer was 97. Spain. Italy. Last correct answer is the country dialing code for... Spain. Italy is plus 39. Lots of bank happening there. On we go. Next question. The Prado. The Uffizi Gallery. Located in the last incorrect answer. The Uffizi Gallery. It's in Florence. Prado is in Madrid. The last incorrect answer was Italy. The Birth of Venus by Botticelli. Salvator Mundi by Da Vinci. Artwork located at the last correct answer. It's The Birth of Venus by Botticelli. Salvator Mundi is at the Louvre, Abu Dhabi. And The Birth of Venus is at the last correct answer, which was the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. And that draws to a conclusion the sneaky, secret, hidden mental agility round. Did you enjoy that? I certainly did. A lot of points getting banked. I didn't have time to look at the logs. I thought it's going to power through as quickly as the software will let me. Silver Electron banking 6, Marcini banking 15 on that one. Let's put them in the bank. And after that abrupt change of what was happening, let's check out the scores now. So do a whole 15 of that one day. Oh, that would be fun. Clive has the lead at the moment with 83. Kegler's not far behind with 73. JR, Zeus and Natter still neck and neck with 70. Let's have a quick look at the potential. Not much changing there. Just Fern Brady a little bit further down, currently on 21. Could get a few more points because there's still 5 questions to go. But it does look like it's Clive's game to lose at this point. Clive zoning in on that Quizmas prize. Let's see if he can capitalise on his advantage. As we go to question number 11, this or that, options are no, yes. Has any previous question in this game used the word Christmas? No, it has not. Photo banking the one there. Flyboy losing 10 on that one. Bad luck. Yeah, happy Quizmas, but since everyone else will have Christmas questions, there are none to be found here. Note from BC. Please, can we all agree to never do this again? Never do what again? What? Risky business in general. You're going to have to give me more info, Sam. No was the correct answer. Very well done. Into the bank go the points as we move to question number 12. This or that. Options are... Oh, we just means quiz in general. Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Rating of 3. Rating of 4. England food hygiene rating scale. Generally satisfactory. So Rating of 3. The Food Standards Agency says a rating of 4 means good and 5 is excellent. 2 is requires attention. 1 is requires major attention. And I think 0 said requires urgent attention, which is more significant than major. Rating of 3 is the right answer. Fluffy banking 6. Kegler banking 3. Conrad Lack banking 1. So with 3 questions to go, let's take a look at question number 13. This or that options are level 4, level 3, DEFCON scale, roundhouse. Level 3, the defense readiness condition is used for states of alert of the US military, with 1 being the most severe, as of course we all know from having played DEFCON recently. 4 is double take, and level 3 is roundhouse. But yes, 1 is the most severe. Quite a few banks coming in there. Stilgar and Lupine banking 10, JR banking 6. A couple of 3s from Fetz and Kohler. Woollyback also banking 6. Apoda banking 1. Oh, a run losing 36 on there. That could have been the only challenger to the top at this point. But unfortunately, yes, bollocks indeed. A run wiping out their points. Bad luck, my dude. With 2 questions to go, and they are also banking points there. It looks like it could be a runaway Clive. However, don't disregard Nando. 15 behind, or 15 at risk. 62 behind. Could have a last-minute steal. Let's see what happens as we go to question 14. This or that. Options are 3, 6. The value of 3. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Nando losing his 15 there. Kegler banking 1. Kamikaze banking 1. Lupine, not quite sure what happened there. It just says 6. I'm assuming that's the answer you went for, but it came in after time ran out, so you may have gotten away with a bank with that one. Now, it's a double factorial. It's the product of positive integers with the same parity, odd or even. So this is basically asking 3 times 1. I'm not entirely sure I understand that, having proved it, but I have it on good authority that the answer of 3 double factorial is 3. Very well done. If you got that, popping the points into the bank. Is it a done deal? It looks like it could be a done deal for Clive at the top here. Sam has the potential to stagger up to 76. Could tie for a bronze, but I think it's Clive's game as we go to the final question of the game. Question number 15. This or that. Options are Goat Simulator 3. Goat Simulator 2. Direct sequel to Goat Simulator, released in 2022. It comes full circle for the round. It's Goat Simulator 3. For reasons best known to themselves, they skipped over the number 2 entirely. The original released in 2014. And then the sequel, yeah, Goat Simulator 3, came out in 2022. So, did Sam get that one? Sam get that one because he got the wrong sequel at the beginning. Did he come back together? He got that one, so he's going for 3 every time. At least he's consistent, Sam. So let's put the final points into the bank and find out who the winner of the second game of Quizmas is. It is it's Clive, who goes away with 84 points, the gold medal, and the title of champion of the second game of Quizmas. Well done indeed, my dude. Hope you've had fun, and many congratulations. It's JR and Kegler who share that silver medal with 77 apiece, and Sam scoops up the bronze, just a point behind on 76. What a close game. Very, very close game. It's really interesting to note. I think Natter and Zeus both started on 70 at the front end of that round. And yeah, I've still got 70 at the end of it. But that's the way it goes. Anyway. Good fun. BC, thank you for an immaculately beautiful, wonderful question pack. Really good fun. Like I say, I felt like a self-aware question pack in a way. But great fun, and very, very many thanks to you for your efforts. A distinctly unfestive Quizmas pack, but they don't all have to be festive. So the one I've just written for Christmas Day has got enough festiveness in it, festivities in it. So yeah, we're all good. Yes, good, right, brilliant, marvelous. I'm going to take this jumper off because I believe, contrary to how I thought I'd be, I'm actually really warm. But we're going to take a little break. When we return, we've got Cryptex, as written by Jogging. Should be a lot of fun, this pack. It's quite accessible, I think. So Yeah, do stick around for that. Take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, get some drinks, get some snacks, pop to the loo if you need to, and we'll be back with even more trivia this game night with Cryptex in about 5 minutes' time. Hope to see you there. Thanks again to BC, and many congratulations to Clive, the champion of the second game of Quizmas. See you after the break.
Shoobity whoopity oobity whoopity oop. Whoop shawong. Whoop shawody whoop. 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 Shoobity whoopity oobity whoopity oop. Whoop shawong. Whoop shawody whoop. 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 Whoop shawong. Whoop shawong. Shoobity whoopity oobity whoopity oop-a-doo now.
And Kamikaze, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Let's... Oh, God. Go away, you. Not you. Pop-ups happening. Apparently, this is Christmas jazz. We'll find out more about it in a minute. I'm going to put some bonus pennies into the chat, and I'm going to get the next game fired up. It is Cryptex, as written by Jogging, so please do stick around for it. Like I said, take this opportunity, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back really, really soon with even more quiz this game night. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second half of this evening's Quizmas game night, where it is time for Cryptex. QMTB is the code that you need. There's a unicorn. There is the room code. If you get that pinned in chat, that would be great. Apologies for the slightly longer than anticipated break. I discovered when importing the question data in. On the plus side, it told me there was an error and I couldn't import it to the operator, which on the one hand is good. It didn't give me any more information as to what that error was. So I had to go back to square one, look at the data that I'd downloaded from jogging. Couldn't see anything untoward at a glance. So then I had to boot up the Cryptex software, try and load in the CSV, follow the trail of errors, or the error that came out, leave some debugs so that I could then go and isolate where it was. And it turned out it was just something was missing from the CSV, which may have been may have just happened in transit. It's a perfectly easy thing to happen. It's sort of the long and short of it. And I have on my to-do list for this game to make a separate build, a separate piece of software that basically checks the data when I first download it. It's the only game that I've got that imports data in CSV format and then internally converts it into JSON. Everything else just imports JSON, and CSV is much harder to read at a glance than JSON. JSON's really easy, and if there's a syntax error in there, it's very easy to spot. With CSV, it's not quite as much, quite as straightforward. So, apologies for that. I did dig out the error, and the pack import has imported fine now. It's also the first time I've not actually checked. It's like the first time I've ever not checked a Cryptex pack before running it. Normally, I will try and do an ingest before running, just because of that. And the first time I don't do it, obviously an error comes up. So that's typical. So apologies for the delay. But we should be in business now. It's all converted into JSON just fine, and everything seems to be happy. Quickly, before we get into the game, because I'm aware I started late and I've lost time there during the break. Coming up next week, I'm here on Thursday and Saturday as usual. Thursday the 11th of December, where we've got Plinko by Hex. We've got the third game of Quizmas, and we've got Data Leak by Toot. That's coming up this Thursday, the 11th of December. If you're just here for the weekend stream next Saturday, we've got Battlefront, which is going to be by me and possibly a couple of questions by Lewis. It's the fourth game of Quizmas, and The Escape Artist by Dogfish making an appearance next Saturday. I do hope that you will be around for that and come and join us for some super fun festive trivia. Clive, incidentally, I'll be in touch with you post-stream to sort out your prize. Congratulations again on winning that first Quizmas prize. Thank you everyone for sticking around as well. To Pyro, Woollyvet, Stimpson's Angle. In fact, welcome to the stream. Apologies you were met with Christmas hold music. But we seem to be back in business now. 30 seconds and then we're going to lock this up and we're going to get on with the second game because it's already 10 to 10. I was hoping to make up some time, but then I lost it all. There was egg hysteria, I'm sure there was. Just saying congratulations, and I'll DM you post-stream to sort out your prize, my dude. Okie dokie, 10 seconds to come and join, and then our game of Cryptex will begin. Looking forward to this one. A pack written by Jogging, proof by me, a lot to like about it, and now the Universal Controller looking a bit sharp. It's the first time we played Cryptex with the updated Unicorn software. Message from our sponsor, TVP.
I hope everybody is lucky and solves a lot of puzzles today.
Me too. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, TVP. Yeah, this is the first time we've used it with the new software. I did test it when I rebuilt the Unicorn thing. It should work just fine. Just be a little bit sharper between the black and the white of the text. But let me know if you've got any feedback and the suggestions in the Discord as ever. Right, let's get on with the game. Those are the rules. Everyone here's played before, haven't they? Probably. The objective is to crack the Cryptex. As always, use the clue to help you. Each of the sub-clues that you get within the puzzle will give you more information to cracking that Cryptex as soon as you think you know the Cryptex. So solve it. It's worth 10 points if you do in this opening round. More on that a bit later on, but that's the format. And we have got 3 decryption puzzles and then 2 each of combination and decipher. So 3 of round 1 and then 2 round 2, 2 round 3 puzzles. So 7 puzzle pack with a slightly different split from the classic Cryptex. Okay. Round 1. First of 3 decryption puzzles, 5 points for each clue you solve. Penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers. You can solve clues at any time, even if they're no longer displayed on the broadcast. They will be displayed at all times once they've been revealed on the Universal Controller. And crack Cryptex whenever you can for a bonus 10 points. You will get extra time after the final clue to crack it explicitly there. Good luck to you all. Hope you're ready to play. And just load up my notes on the side. I know I get them here, but it's good to have multiple copies. Let's crack on. No pun intended. To our first puzzle then, the Cryptex category, only once. Only once with 8 letters. And your first clue, Captain Mascot that is best known for his frozen fish products. Second clue, single-wheeled, pedal-driven vehicle. 8 letters, you want the first. Few early souls, that noise means someone has cracked Cryptex, so 2 early souls. 4 early souls. Banking those 10 points, and of course cracking the Cryptex early may give you an extra hint to the other clues, because you get 1 letter from each of them displayed for you. To our next one, a mathematic branch concerning shapes and lines, etc. Watch your spelling now, to 1 letter's off there. Spelling's got to be exact, probably should have said that. Board game originally known as Lexico. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Be purposefully unserious and disrespectful. 8 letters, you want 3rd. Cryptex category, only once. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, also referred to as pestilence. 8 letters, you want the 4th. Clue, naturally forming projectile in winter. Your final clue, optical tool used to block the vision of an eye. Optical tool used to block the vision of an eye. Midville Walk, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the stream. Last chance to crack the Cryptex. We're looking for only once. And Midville Walk, thank you for that follow. Purge music in the Cryptex is somewhat jarring. Uniquely, only once, uniquely. 2 our clues, a single-wheeled pedal-driven vehicle is a unicycle, from where we got the U. A naturally forming projectile in winter is a snowball, from where we got the N. To be purposefully unserious and disrespectful is flippant. Only 2 people getting that. Jack first and then Toot a bit later. Well done to both of you. Where we got the I. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, often referred to as pestilence, is conquest, from where we got the Q. The optical tool used to block the vision of an eye is an occluder, from where we got the U. The Captain Mascot, best known for his frozen fish products, is Bird's Eye, from where we got the E. The board game, originally known as Lexico, was Scrabble, from where we got the L. And the mathematic branch concerning shapes and lines is Geometry, from where we got the Y. Pretty fair puzzle, all things considered. 1 or 2 slightly tricky clues in there. Gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex. Green if you got a perfect score, though I think a lot of people fell into the trap of eye patch, which isn't really a tool. So I still felt that was a valid clue as it was. Occluder is what we wanted for that one. Actually, one or two people got it. I think, who got a clueder? Zeus got a clueder, and it was just Jack and Toot who managed to find Flippant, so well done to you three. Toot with an early lead, 45. Cola, Zeus, Jack tied up in second with 40. Apodo, Clive, JR, Sam, Ralph, Arun, and Pyro, all with 35. Actually good at crypto, so is that thanks to the Unicorn now, Jack? Yeah, it's much more fun to write for now. It's with the new software as well. Incidentally, anyone who's joining late, Universal Control is right there, and the room code is there. Let's just pin that message. You can't join mid-round. Unicorn will crash if you join mid-round. But you can join when we're on this screen here, which is why I just give you a couple of seconds just to catch your breath. And yes, Midville Walk, thank you very much for that follow. I'm actually going to close that window now. I was wondering why I can't see anything. Midville Walk, thank you for that follow and that Prime subscription. Most grateful to you. We're going to move on to puzzle number 2. Now, I'll just give you forward warning with this one. It might... Oh, of course, Jack. Extremely clever. It might seem like the proofer, hey, that's me, might have been advised, as this one comes out, might have been advised to say to Jogging, oh, this feels a bit tricky. That was my thought when proofing it as well. All I'll say is, stick with it. Let's hide the leaderboard and go on to puzzle number 2. Two times. We had 1 time, now it's 2 times. 8 letters. Our first clue. Genre of film that includes In Old Chicago, 1937, and The Impossible, 2012. 8 letters, you want the first. Second, Commander Shepard's flagship vessel in the Mass Effect trilogy. 8 letters, you want the second. Of an electrical current from one circuit to another. 8 letters, you want the third. Well done to that player who has cracked the Cryptex already. Fourth, Italian bread for carpet slipper. Apologies, Jogging, for... I'll explain that afterwards. That should say word, not bread. Fifth clue, BBC series created by Stephen Moffat. Also, that works for clue number 3. So clue number 3 has got 2 clues. The transfer of an electrical current from one circuit to another and a BBC series created by Stephen Moffat. Sixth, a catastrophic event usually causing loss of life. That clue also works for clue number 1. Northwestern administrative region of mainland France. That also works for clue number 2. Your final clue, you're only one with 9. 11th bread. This also works for clue number 4. 9 letters, you want the 8th. So those are the first 4. I've got a second clue headed in the second half of the puzzles. The second half of the clues. Right, last opportunity to crack the Cryptex. We're all going back apart from the one at the end. Happens sometimes. The solution, 2 times, doubling. Doubling is what we're after. Let's just go through the clues. Genre of film that includes In Old Chicago and The Impossible was Disaster, from where we got the D. Commander Shepard's flagship vessel in the Mass Effect trilogy is Normandy, from where we got the O. Transfer of an electrical current from one circuit to another is coupling, from where we got the U. Italian word for carpet slipper is ciabatta, from where we got the B, or ciabatta. BBC series created by Stephen Moffat is Sherlock, from where we got the L. Coupling was also a Moffat series. Catastrophic event usually causing loss of life is a calamity, from where we got the I. Northwestern administrative region of mainland France is Brittany, from where we got the N. And a leavened bread is sourdough, from where we got the G. Neat concept, and apologies to Jogging and everyone else for letting the cat out of the bag on that fourth clue. What happened is I was going through these earlier on. I was thinking, oh, these first few clues, they seem a bit tough. And I was adding into them, and I was going to add an Italian, that was going to be Italian bread, meaning carpet slipper, is what I was going to change it to. Then I got to clue number 5, and I caught on to what the concept was, and I thought, oh, okay, so there's extra clues to those first 4, because I was also going to add in for Commander Shepard's flagship vessel named for a region of France. Then I realised that the clues are there, but they're just coming later on. So I went back and corrected it, and obviously missed out the word bread, or missed out the word, left it as bread. So yeah, apologies, Jogging, for that. That was an editorial error, shall we say, clerical error on my part. But a neat concept, so something we've not seen in Cryptex before. Quite a few managing to solve it. Gold if you did. Toot picking up 49 from that puzzle. Takes the lead with 94. Zeus in second with 82. Sam is in third with 70. Apologies, I just did a little bit of a waffle there. But just wanted to explain and apologise to Jogging for nearly ruining his concept with my overzealous editing pen. We've got one more puzzle in round 1, so let's go to it now. Okay, we've had 1 time, we've had 2 times, and now 3 time. 8 letters. First clue. Pile of wood set aflame to provide overnight warmth in the woods. And all of these clues in this puzzle are 8 letters long. You can be this for cash if you can't pay for something. Or you could be this if you're concealing a gun. I was going to take my jumper off, and then I started panicking when the pack wouldn't adjust, so I'm still wearing it and I'm still warm. Reminded me of being at work and in studio where you've got to fix something really quickly and everyone's waiting for you. It's quite panic-inducing, but I've gotten used to it now. Next clue. In cue sports, this method of manipulating the cue ball is also known as screw. More specific than that. A few people getting the same wrong answer, but it's more specific. Another Cryptex solve there. Next clue. A crack in a hard surface. 8 letters. You want the 5th. The E in LED is next. You want the 6th letter. What's coming in now? Free time. Remember the category for our Cryptex. Next, He-Man's arch nemesis. He-Man. That was the castle, Conrad Luck. Next one, musical composition inspired by the night. 8 letters, you want the 3rd. That's the one, you got it now. Final clue, atomic number 23, chemical symbol V. Final attempt to crack the Cryptex. The solution was vacation. Go through them. Vanadium is atomic number 23, from where we got the V. Campfire would be a pile of wood set aflame, from where we got the A. Beautiful composition inspired by the night is a nocturne, from where we got the C. You can be strapped for cash, or you can be strapped if you're concealing a gun. That's where we got the A. Crack in a hard surface is a fracture, from where we got the T. E in LED stands for emitting, light emitting diode. He-Man's nemesis is Skeletor, from where we got the O. And in Q Sports, backspin is known as screw, not just spinning, because you can spin top spin as well. So gold if you crack the Cryptex. I'm just writing something down. Sorry, it's got to note something in suggestions before I forget. It's bugged me for a while. In this game, if you join midway through a puzzle, the controller crashes because it's looking for some stuff that isn't there. So what I need to do is when I first send the payload out, it's flag a bull saying you've got the puzzle. It also means if you lose connection halfway through and refresh, you will get the payload coming back. Whereas at the moment, I think if it crashes mid-puzzle, you're locked out of the rest of the puzzle. It's just occurred to me just seeing 1 or 2 people refreshing in the middle of that, and it's always slightly bugged me, and I've just thought of a solution, so I thought I'd write it down before I forget. Quite a few solves there, lots of players going gold. In fact, we've got 3 perfect scores there. Stilgar, Woollyback, and a Podo all picking up a perfect 50 points. Very well done. Toot out in front with 134 at the moment, though of course Toot has already got... Oh no, this isn't the Quizmas game, so ignore me completely. There's no prize associated with it. So it's just medals up for grabs here. Toot in pole position, Zeus currently in second, Ralph in third. So that was round 1, 3 very nice puzzles. Let's move on to round number 2. Combination, 5 points for each clue, -1 point for incorrect or repeated answers, and you can solve them even if not the current clue. They will be there at all times on the Unicorn. In this round though, you've got to blend 2 words together. At least 2 of the letters will overlap. You can solve them in halves. They will put them in, but you won't be given the points until you have solved both halves of the blended word. You can type it all as one or as 2 separate words if you prefer. The Cryptex will be a real word, and you can solve that at any time for a bonus 10 points. So basically it's double money. There's 2 answers in each clue, and they will have at least 2 letters overlapping. Okie dokie, good luck. Here is our first combination puzzle. Video games are violent. Video games are violent is the Cryptex category. And your first clue. Dedicated following of an intellectual property and beehive, geodesic, ellipsoidal, etc. Next, lemons and limes and reliable and dependable. Lemons and limes and reliable and dependable. At least 2 of the letters will overlap, maybe more. Couple of solves coming in, very well done. Next one, model kits for characters in the Gundam universe and Chinaware used to serve food. Singular. Subterranean molten rock. And an NBA franchise based in Orlando. Second letter of that. North American tribe that names a haircut for punks, plural, and Oleida Alatunji Jr. Solve coming in, well done. Remember, have a go at some of the other clues. If you've solved the Cryptex, cracked the Cryptex, you may have extra letters to help you out on some of those clues you maybe missed before. Sudden localized increase in wind, and actor daughter of Andy McDowell. Ultimate clue, you can play tic-tac-toe on this punctuation mark. British punctuation mark, and derogatory term for a psychological evaluator. Final clue, committee that allocates campaign donation in the US and level of chemical compounds below 7 on the pH scale. Last opportunity to solve any clues you haven't got, or indeed crack the Cryptex if you haven't done so yet. Raiden wins. Fatality. Fatality! Video games are violent. Do your clues. Fandom and domes. Fandomes, from where we got the F. Magma and magic. Magmagic, from where we got the A. Citrus and trusty. Citrusty, from where we got the T. Mohawks and Xi. KSI. Mohawksai, from where we got the A. Squall and quali. Squally, from where we got the L. Hash and shrink. Hashrink, from where we got the I. Gunpla and plate, gunplate, from where we got the T, and pack and acidity for pacidity, from where we got the Y. My brother's just texted me, what did we do on our birthdays as kids? I need to text him back. Went to see Gladiators once, went bowling another time. Generally on holiday. So my birthday's in the summer. Generally on holiday. So, gold if you solved. No perfect scores there, but Toot Sam, Ralph, Clive, Podo, Jerry, AB, Me, Cola, Fluffy, JR, Fetz, Stilgar, Amy, and Effrontery, all cracking the Cryptex. Mohawks. Is it KSI? Yeah, Mohawks and KSI. Mohawk and KSI. Mohawks. Oh, Mohawksy is how that would pass. Yeah, plural Mohawks, it did say in the clue. It was like a Jersey Shore thing. Yeah, no, KSI, I think I've vaguely heard of, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Podo, welcome on into the stream as well. I know you've been here a while. Oh yeah, Frankie and Benny's is what we do. Who'd you go with, like mates and that? I'll text my brother back in a minute. We'll go on to the next puzzle, I think. Take a look at this. Okay. A hyperbolic snack is your category. And to our first clue. Bloody Nora. Constellation named after a Greek hunter and vegetable that is a main ingredient of a dough piazza. Next, a broad flat cooking surface and a puzzling Batman villain. Next, longtime rival and co-host with Roger Ebert and director and star of Singin' in the Rain 1952. Stage name of singer Elizabeth Grant and sharing plate of tortilla chips, cheese and dips. Danny DeVito's It's Always Sunny character. And list of items based on performance or quality. 8 letters, you want the 4th. We are looking for a hyperbolic snack. '90s genre consisting of UK-based indie rock bands, and Nicholas Breakspear was the only England-born one of these. Penultimate clue: preliminary patient assessment system, and a word that comes after secret, chemical, and free. Two souls coming in now. One final clue for you. The roof of the mouth, and a concealed quality that is yet to be discovered. Opportunity then. Let's crack the Cryptex if you can. Looking for a hyperbolic snack. The solution was Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop, being the hyperbole there, I assume. Roof of the mouth is the palate. Concealed quality is latent, palatant, from where we got the P. Next, Orion and Onion, Orionion, from where we got the R. Britpop and Pope for Britpope, which is very charming, from where we got the I. Frank and Ranking, Franking, from where we got the N. Triage and Agent, Tri-agent, from where we got the G. Siskel and Kelly, Sis Kelly, from where we got the L. Incidentally, those are both Jeans as well. Gene Siskel and Gene Kelly. Griddle and Riddler, Gridler, from where we got the E. And Lana and Nachos, La Nachos, from where we got the S. Bag Brit Pope. Gold if sold. Green for a perfect score. 2 with a perfect score, getting 50. Most players solving here and going gold. Very well done indeed. Going gold and cracking the Cryptex. Very well done indeed. Sam into second place with 193. Ralph is in third with 187. Clive is not far behind with 184. We've got 2 more puzzles in the final round. Let's take a little look at what we've got in store. Round 3, as ever, is Decipher. Crack the Cryptex as fast as possible. In this round, you can solve the clues to give you letters on your Unicons, but you don't get any points for them unless you fail to crack the Cryptex altogether, in which case we'll take pity on you and give you 1 point for every answer you found in the right place. For every clue revealed, we'll take 5 points off the maximum total, which is shown at the top of the screen in square brackets in the score thing, I think. So the faster you solve, the more points you get. Get it wrong, and you incur a further 1 point penalty. The round where once you've cracked the Cryptex, there's no more points available to be won or lost, so you're just playing for fun. But crack the Cryptex as quickly as you can. Please don't griddle the Pope. Well, no, absolutely. Good luck to you all. Here is our first Decipher puzzle. We are looking for the scariest part of the anatomy. 8 letters. First clue: normal, an evaluating model, a London newspaper. All these clues have 8 letters. For this one, you want the 5th. Country with its capital at Paramaribo. 8 letters, you want the 6th. The animated character, the Crazy Frog, was originally marketed to be used as this. Used as, not a description. Formation of smaller ships in a fleet. 7th letter. There's our first solve. There is part of the anatomy. What the V means in a graphic novel by Alan Moore. Our second. Third and fourth. Wild, powerful punch in boxing. Third letter. Study or pursuit of mechanical flight. After the first letter. Simpsons character who finally came out in 2016's The Burns Cage. Those are all your clues. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex. Do solve some of those clues if you've no idea on the Cryptex. Have a go at some of the extra ones because they're worth pity points. Of course, they'll cost you a point from your potential if you get it wrong. Lots of variations on a theme, but the spelling has to be exact. Amygdala was the scariest part of the anatomy. It's the part that deals with pain and other things. Aviation is the study or pursuit of mechanical flight. Smithers is the Simpsons character who came out in 2016. Haymaker is the wild, powerful punch in boxing, from where we've got the Y. Crazy Frog was intended to be a ringtone, from where we got the G. Standard is normal or an evaluated model, or indeed the London Evening Standard newspaper. Suriname is the country that has Paramaribo as its capital. A flotilla is a formation of smaller ships in a fleet. And the V in Alan Moore's graphic novel is V for Vendetta. Good film, not read the graphic novel. My dog's doing... Can hear him go... Whoop, whoop, whoop. He's dreaming of something. That's very cute when he does. Gold if you solve. Well done. Quite a few. Not everybody. But some pity points going out to soften the blow somewhat. But well done to Toot, Sam, Cliver, Podo, Zeus, AB Me, Fluffy, Yip, Stilgar, Stimpson, Amy, and Opsy. We have got one final puzzle, one final slice of quiz for you all tonight. Let's go to puzzle number 7. Slightly smaller Cryptex here, so slightly longer on each clue. Band is the clue. 7 letters, and all of the clues have 7 letters as well. First one. Cast of warriors in feudal Japan. To the 5th letter. Diving protection outfit made of foamed neoprene. On the 6th letter. Well done that player. First to solve. Chemical element with a different number of neutrons. 7 letters, you want the 4th. Non-Newtonian dessert choice. 3rd letter of this. Non-Newtonian. Also, it doesn't exist in France. Non-heterosexual attraction toward women. 7 letters, you want the 2nd. Toasted rolled oats mixed with honey, fruit, and or nuts. Two more coming in now. Final clue of the night then. Resin derived from the lac bug and an underground band featuring the late Steve Albini. Albini, possibly. And last opportunity to crack the Cryptex for you. Taking advantage. The solution was a gastric band as opposed to a music band. Granola is the toasted rolled oats from where we got the G. Trickier one here. Sapphic is the non-heterosexual attraction toward women from where we got the A. Non-Newtonian dessert choice is custard from where we got the S, and of course doesn't exist in France. They have crème anglaise. Chemical element with a different number of neutrons is an isotope from where we got the T. Cast of warriors of feudal Japan would be samurai from where we got the R. Diving protection outfit made of foam neoprene is a wetsuit from where we got the I. And the resin derived from the lac bug. And the underground band featuring the late Steve Albini is shellac from where we got the C. And that is the end of the puzzle, the end of the round and the end of the game. Gold if you solved. Quite a few managing it here, and we've got our final scores on the doors. Clive just manages to outstrip Samster on that final puzzle, picking up 40 points out of it. Sam has to settle for 18. And third place, bronze medal for Sam with 240, silver for Clive with 248, and a gold goes to Toot with 274. Very well done to you three, and to everybody who's taken part in Cryptex tonight. Very many thanks to Jogging for the pack. Sorry about the editorial error on my part. On that second puzzle, I've been a little bit quiet the second half of the game. I just thought I'm going to shut up and let the quiz do the talking, which is probably a good thing. It's probably something you're grateful for. But yes, good fun pack, lots of accessible trivia in there, and so very many thanks, Jogging, for your efforts. I hope you've all had fun. Pennies to be written, and we've got the lottery to wrap things up, and it is still not quite 10:30, so I did make some time back. Oh, cool. And he's not going to be here for another half an hour, so I've got time to go and pick her up. Great. Lottery coming up after the credits. Thanks again to Jogging. Congrats to our 3 medalists. And I'll see you for bonus pennies in just a few minutes. Also need to apologise to Jogging for not updating the credits to include your name, because this is one of the packs that came in later in the day, and not obviously updated the credits, and then not gone back and do it. I can update them really quickly now, because they all derive the data from an external file, so I don't have to rebuild the software every time it comes to a new season with new writers. Right, penny prize draw, not penny prize draw. Not quite that time. That's still a couple of weeks out, but it's the lottery draw is coming up. So get those devices ready. Let's see if the machine is feeling generous tonight, and if Lancelot has indeed learnt his lesson. We're playing lottery mode. Feel success. Live from the Game Night Control Center this Saturday evening, it is time for the weekend lottery draw. And LVJV is the code that you need. Enter now for one final flutter this most auspicious of evenings. Couple of options looking out at me to raid at. We've got Sportsy Metroid Prime, Huds' Cat, who sent me off. Oh, they're offline at the moment. They're downstairs. Okay. So not the cats tonight. Negororix again, possibly. She's doing Plants vs Zombies. Or Nico is doing routine. I think we could give it to Nico tonight, actually. Love a bit of Nico stuff. So I think Nico Harks. We went to Negororix on Thursday, so we're going to Nico tonight. And what will we say? Love John Virgo. Let's say love John Virgo. I've got a few on my shortlist, which I will go through in a minute. I'll start giving out bonus pennies. Now, I'll give you 30 seconds to come and join. How many of you are in thus far? Oops. It's a non-focused player, isn't it? 25 of you in at the moment. Right, I'm going to need to concentrate on reading those raid messages. So 30 seconds, and we'll lock it up, and we'll pop some balls into the machine. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's assume no one else is coming. Let's hide that room code. And let's start the machine. And tonight we are using Excalibur and Set of Balls number 2. Excalibur, Lancelot, Guinevere, Arthur. Maybe there isn't a Galahad. I might add Galahad. I feel Galahad's left out. Maybe there isn't an Arthur, I can't remember. But tonight it's Excalibur, Set of Balls number 2, and Last Opportunity 2. Pick your numbers. Okay, let's release those big money balls. Gaheris, Set of Balls number yes. And we've got the rainbow colours of the lottery balls. Jerry Harris, welcome to the stream. Life is French bread. Is it though? Maybe there isn't an Arthur. Maybe there isn't. Right, veal success to you all this Quizmas evening. Let's start the draw. Oh, haha, very good. Very good, Oni. Pam. Life is Pam. Pam. First one out tonight is Green Ball number 32. Second appearance of that in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday the 11th of October. Been a couple of months since we've seen that. Next out. Pick one. Number 25. Second appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday the 22nd of November. Life is Pam, not Ciabatta. The third ball. Another green one, 39. First appearance, debut in the lottery draw, number 39. Halfway there. Those in blues and whites still eluding us. Let's see if we can get one now. The fourth ball. Yes, it is a white. Number 2. First appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Two to go. Hope you're having excellent ticketing so far. The fifth ball. Another white one. Number 7. First appearance for that in the main lottery draw. A lot of debutants tonight. 3 debuts and 2 that only appearing for the second time. The randomness must have gotten to the next level. That's how physics works. Sixth ball out of the machine. Another white one at number 6. Second appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday the 11th of October. And there's just time for a bonus. I almost said almost time for our capture competition. There's just time for a bonus ball. Which this evening... Drum roll 7 first time. It's a green one, number 34. Third appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday, the 29th of November, last Saturday. And let's have those numbers again, this time in ascending order. Number 2. Number 6. Number 7. Number 25. Number 32. Number 39. And the bonus is number 34. No luck, 1 and a bonus. No good for that. Actually, I have to say, it's scant pennies tonight. They're the biggest wins from single tickets. We've got Fett, Stimpson, Jerry, Pyro, and Zeus all picking up 1,000 pennies on a single ticket. And that is all she wrote in terms of single ticket winners. Not a great spectacle at the lottery tonight. Zeus, the highest winner overall, 1,500 across 3 lines. Jerry and Pyro both picking up 1,250 across 2. And Fett's and Stimpson's angle both picking up 1,000 across 1. That's pretty much the sum of the big wins. And just to cap things off, let's give Flyboy a lottery. Veal success. See if you can have any more luck here, Flyboy. Veal success. 1,032. 32 more than you would have got for a straight trading. Right, that was the lottery draw. I'm going to go to the big cam. We're going to go raid Nico, and I'm going to pick a message. And I will see you there for that raid in just a minute. Well, friendos, that is it for another game night and another Quizmas games. Give me a minute to fire back the advent calendar. There it is. And remind us all where we've got to. We've had the Pyramid, we've had Risky Business. I've got 4 more Quizmas games to deliver for you. And then, of course, Ash will have another 6 for you in the new year when he's back with us. But that's it for this evening. Can I once again extend my thanks to the writing team for this evening, to Oni for Crossfire, to BC for our Quizmas Risky Business, to Jogging for Cryptex. Apologies again for the slight editorial mistake and, of course, for the delay in there. I will bump that up my priority list of checking data externally. But lovely packs all the same. Thank you very much to all of you, and as well to Stimpson's Angle for proofing Oni's Crossfire pack. To all of you for coming to join me. I hope you've had fun this Saturday evening. Open another door. I mean, I could do. I'm not going to. I got one of Ash's. I think there are just question marks behind there at the moment. Well, maybe they're not. Who knows? But I hope you've had fun this Saturday evening. I hope it's been a good, fun variety of quiz. As ever, don't forget you can come and join the Discord right here if you want to know more information. If you do stumble onto the website, either the VOD channel or the Penny Bank, you might notice a new button has appeared in the top left, which will take you to the home page, which you can't access directly. But I am in the middle of migrating the website to hosting it myself, rather than paying a frankly extortionate amount of money to Wix every month, because the actual website that uses for the 70 Share website isn't even hosted on Wix anymore, just the home pages, which then directs you to my GitHub pages. What I'm doing is getting the domain back from Wix, and then I will be serving, once that's transferred back over to Namecheap, I'm going to be serving that the website directly to, so you'll be able to go to 70share.com, and it'll have the all new fancy all singing all dancing website all in one place, which is the plan. But .com domains take a little while to transfer. That answers all the questions you didn't ask. Yeah, that's coming soon. TM website migration stuff, and Yeah, also, as I mentioned in the question writer channel earlier on, if you are, for whatever reason, emailing the Persephone Share website, that might lose service for the next week or so. I think it's still active as of right now, but it might go down. So if you do need me, or need to send a pack to me, just send me a DM. I'm still getting the packs on Google Drive. I'm just not getting notifications of them. So, yeah. Yes, no, I know that now, but back then I didn't know web. To be honest, I still don't know web. But Copilot is being a great help. Right, time to pick a raid message. I'm going to give Pity Pennies to the X is now an X, and also the X is now an XX from JR and SJ. I'm sure JR just stealing SJ's message, but SJ putting it through as well. Doggo will not be denied for Stilgar. Clive of Legend for the Lupine one. Ask for Clivy for We Like Shapes. Brit Pope for JR Plays Games. Please don't griddle the Pope from Oni. Maybe there isn't an Arthur from Jerry Eris, which leaves me with 2. And the runner-up is going to be Ardenfets for You Wouldn't Steal a Raid Message. But the raid message tonight is going to Puzzle Dan for the Swallow a Horse. Sage advice, Puzzle Dan. Have 100 pennies. And, of course, your name and that message will be immortalised forever on the VOD website. Which you can go and check out there. I think that link still works, but shall I find out? Open up. Yeah, that still works. The home button is broken on that, but you don't need to click the home button at the moment anyway. But yeah, that'll be immortalised up there when I push the VOD up to YouTube later on this evening. Thanks once again, everybody. I will see you for more Quizmas action next Thursday. Have a really good rest of your weekend and a splendid week. You have been watching Quizmas episode number 2 at Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care. Peace out. Let's go raid. Nico. And good night.
It was going fast.